Mr. Transformers 96 here with the video review. This time I'm going to be reviewing the Marvel Legends Avengers Endgame series Ebony Maw figure. So this was by far the figure that I wanted the most in the wave. Was really happy when they did finally show him at, I believe it was Comic-Con this year for the first time. I really enjoyed Ebony Maw in Infinity War. He was my favorite Black Order member for sure, and was really disappointed that we never got a figure, even though that they already did a couple of the other Black Order members. So it was really nice to finally get him along with Corvus Glaive. I did pick him up as well. I'll give you a group shot of all the Black Order members together in this video. But yeah, let's go over the package real fast. Your standard package, blue for an Endgame, even though he's obviously, this is an Infinity War figure, still in the Endgame wave. As you can see, awesome artwork of Ebony Maw on the back, or on the side. You've got that great artwork on the back as well, and then the other figures in the assortment. Although I didn't keep all of the comic figures, I sold a couple comic figures, and I just bought the Build-A-Figure pieces from the other comic figures, so I don't have any of the comic figures anymore. But I do have all of the movie ones, and I have the Armored Thanos built. If I haven't already posted the review, that review will be coming soon. So yeah. Just leave this to the side here. Going over Ebony Maw. Really excited. Or Squidward, of course. I mean, everybody's going to make that joke in their review. But he's looking great. I really do like it a lot. Face sculpt-wise, the actual sculpt itself is wonderful. Really do like it. He's got a very serious expression. Not really any other expression that I could have wanted or hoped for. Like, this is it, you know? Like, usually I like something with more expression, but this is the perfect expression for Ebony Maw just as a character. This is really just what you need. The rest of the figure is 100% a new sculpt, obviously, with such a unique body type. They, of course, couldn't reuse this, and they'll never be able to reuse this body again. But overall, it looks great. He's very spindly, very skinny. He's got super long arms, like unnaturally long arms, which is very cool. And for the fact that they're so skinny, it just adds to more of the alien-like look. Throughout the black detail, or the black sections of the suit, has this really nice texture to it, this pattern work. And then the gold is a really nice rich gold. Like, it's much brighter, more metallic than the Armored Thanos gold, which I think looks really good. It really pops on some of the darker backgrounds that he has. And then he has some light gray, which matches his skin tone. However, his skin tone has a nice wash into it, so it doesn't look like his costume is the same color as his skin, which is nice. I do like that. I love the way that they sculpted the kind of baggier legs that go into the thin boots, which I think looks very cool. And then the feet, the bane of my existence. That's the only issue with this figure, is that he has trouble standing. He just has these awkward feet. I wouldn't have minded them making them a little bit bigger. Like, I don't need any clown feet, but just maybe slightly bigger feet would be nice. And then also towards the end there at the toe, they do kind of kick up a little bit. Had those been more flat, I think it would have helped the stability of the figure. But it's just annoying. It's hard to get him stable. He wants to fall over constantly. Even when you get him stable, after a while standing there, he'll still start to go down. So it's just one of those annoying things, annoying traits with the figure that would have been an easy fix. Unfortunately, it didn't, though. Obviously, you can get him to stand on his own, but it takes work. And like, if I left him like this for a day, I don't know if he'd still be up by the time I got back. But going over the actual face, talked about the sculpt a bit, it's very nice. He does have, it's like this dark blue that they start as the base color of the face, and then they have this really nice kind of white, kind of cream white wash that's been washed into it, which just looks wonderful. And you have the hair on the back, wonderful detail in the hair as well. Just the whole sculpt of this figure is really great. As far as articulation, it's quite good. He's got a ball hinge neck, which allows you to have him look up this far. He can look down this far, so really great range there. And then, of course, side to side. He has ball hinge shoulders with the bicep swivel. The bicep swivel looks odd just because of the cut of his arm. It's so thin, and you know, it's not like a more bulkier character, which would have arms that are a little bit more proportionate. So he has these weird cuts in his biceps. It's not a huge issue. I'd prefer to have this rather than a hinge at the elbow, or sorry, a swivel at the elbow, because that would mean it would just be single hinge. This allows you to get double hinge, which is nice for many reasons. You can have him like doing the shushing thing to Thor, which I've seen a lot of people pose their figure doing, which I think is just a nice look. And then also it allows you to have his arms behind his back in more of a natural stance. So overall, although the bicep look isn't great when it's swiveled, I don't see any better solution to it it because I definitely want those double hinge elbows. Then he has hinge swivel wrists. The hinge is insanely good. It's just he's such a spindly character that there's not a whole lot that gets in the way, which is nice. Ball jointed upper torso with great range, as you can see. Really good range. Then he has ball jointed hips, which these pieces are rubber, and they're a very, very soft rubber. Like usually Marvel Legends uses rubber on their figures sometimes when they have like these skirt pieces, but this is much softer than it usually is, so it really doesn't get in the way a whole lot. However, you don't have like amazing articulation in the thighs. They go out very far, but they kick forward just a decent amount. Like you don't need him any like super karate mode poses, so it really doesn't matter. He has a swivel at the thighs, double hinge knees, which work perfectly, and then hinge pivoting ankles, which are nice and all, but you just need to focus on getting those ankles in the most stable position as possible to get him to stand. But overall, he looks like a fantastic, he's a fantastic character, and I'm really a fan of his design as well, and the figure just completely captures it. So there's nothing wrong that I can say with the figure, other than the fact that it's hard to have him stand sometimes, just due to his kind of proportions, and just, it's mainly his feet design, I guess. You can do it, of course, but it takes a little bit of work sometimes. Giving you a little comparison here, though, with his brothers and sisters, or sister. Here we have Cull Obsidian, Corvus Glaive, as well as Proxima Midnight. Yeah, they look awesome together. I love completing a team, especially like a villains team, and they just look badass as a set. Really happy to have them. Of course, the weak point being Cull Obsidian, since his design is so inaccurate from what he ended up being in the film. However, nonetheless, he still looks awesome with the rest of them. So even though he's not super accurate, he still is great for the team. And when you're just looking at them as a set, you don't even notice that he's inaccurate because they just look so good together in total. Yeah, overall, really do like this Ebony Maw figure. I would highly recommend it to any fans of the Black Order. If you didn't really care for those characters, obviously it's not going to be for you, but anybody else I would highly recommend it. He does seem to be the rarest in the wave. It seems like him and Ronin are the rarest, but Ebony Maw seems to be a little bit more rare than Ronin is, actually. So, although what's funny is I have never seen Ronin in stores. He's actually the only figure from this wave I haven't seen in stores, and I was able to get Ebony Maw in stores at a Walmart, so I'm very happy for that. But it's very interesting that I was able to find him once, never been able to find Ronin. I had to buy him on eBay. But nonetheless, great figure, highly recommended by me. Stay tuned for my Thanos armored Build-A-Figure review if it hasn't already been posted, and thanks so much for watching.